I'm testing the up-to-date PXG Xtreme Golf Ball and the PXG Xtreme X. Now last year PXG brought out the Xtreme Tour Golf Ball and it did what it did. It had quite a lot of spin to it, and I was intrigued to see that they've introduced the new Xtreme Tour X. Now from brand to brand, the X does different things. Tailor-made against Titleist, for example, the X in the Titleist spins a little bit more with an iron and a wedge, and the X in the TaylorMade, the TP5X, spins less. But I'll be running through a little YouTube series to go through each brand and their premium golf balls to show you what the differences are, because this is a very good time of year to tune in your golf ball, to get your golf ball choice for the season ready. Now what I like to do is choose a golf ball for the entire year, because I want to be as consistent as possible and I want to take out one variable from the game. So I'm going to choose a ball that complements my game. I want to choose a ball that complements the sort of spin rates and launch and distance and stuff that I'm trying to get. Now different compressions of golf ball will launch differently off a driver for different golfers, but if we get a generalized idea of what the golf balls do compared to each other, it might just help you choose wisely. But with the PXG golf balls, the branding is quite consistent with the other sort of like clubs. There's nothing new and funky there. I do quite like the look of that. I do like the lines on the ball as well, so in terms of lining up your putts and stuff, like this does look quite good. I don't need to draw a line on the ball, it's already got it there. If I'm lining my ball up on the putting green, it's good to go. But without further ado, so let's start with the Xtreme Tour. I'm going to hit some shots from a distance for my 54 degree, or a 54 degree. This is a demo head, I can change the shafts around, but I'm still waiting on my new wedges and they're not here yet, but I'm going to have a go with this. Now I'm going to run through the wedges in this video, and then I'll do another video on the irons and another one on the drivers for each brand. So here I'm looking at the PXG balls, I'm going to look at the Titleist golf balls, I'm going to look at the Callaway golf balls, I might be able to look at the TaylorMade golf balls, and I've got a Mizuno golf ball as well, and I historically already have this sort of series in the Strixon. The reason I'm doing that is because sometimes people are quite brand hungry, so you want to use the brand of golf ball that you have the same irons as or whatever. So if you've got a lot of TaylorMade in your bag, you want to use the TaylorMade ball, yep, fair enough. So I'm going to help you choose the best TaylorMade golf ball for your golf bag. And then those that spin the ball too low or spin the ball too high and you need the ball to perform in a different way to encourage your game and to influence your launch and your distance and your performance on the golf course, you might need a higher spinning ball. So I'm going to test all the higher spinning balls against each other, but I don't know until I go through each brand which one is which. Doesn't feel too bad off the face. So this is the Xtreme Tour. Bouncing it on the face just to see what it's going to like feel like. Is it going to be quite clicky on those smaller shots? Straight into the X. Sounds about the same. Maybe slightly higher pitch with the X. So I'd imagine the X is a slightly firmer core, but not massively different. And I say that without looking at any of the specs. I've literally just got 2 boxes of balls. I don't know what the new X does compared to the standard one, and I'm sure many of you would like to know. Well, these are all going at the pin, aren't they? Nice. Right, let's go into the X. I'm going to do 3-3-3-3, just so I'm not more and less warmed up. Xtreme Tour X. Now sometimes on golf balls they stand out a bit more. I have to squint to see that is an X, just to be accurate. Like on Titleist and Strixon, for example, the numbers are a different colour, so it just stands out a little bit easier. But that only actually really helps in this environment while I'm fitting and teaching and all that stuff. When you've got a box in your golf bag with only one type of ball, it does not matter. That is firmer, that is harder, it is clickier. Normally clickier golf balls tend to spin a bit more with a wedge, generally, but not always. Now my number with a 54 degree wedge is 116, and that's why I'd like to hit them alternately to make sure I'm warmed up. I have got a 116. If a ball spins a large amount, it might go slightly less than that. If the ball doesn't spin as much, it might go a little bit further than that. So that's why I choose a golf ball to get my numbers more consistently in general. Not just with a wedge, with an iron, with a driver, they're going to change ball to ball. Bosh. Get in the hole. Ah. It'd be interesting to see the difference in height as well, because sometimes golf balls can fly higher and lower. Drop and stop, certainly spinning a lot. So if you play on a windy course, you might be choosing golf balls that have a lower peak height. If you play on a parkland course and you need to flight the ball up and land in nice and steep, You might be choosing golf balls that go a little bit higher, or if you need to cut corners, if you need to go over trees, over things to kind of like get further up the hole, like you might choose a golf ball that just goes a bit higher just so it doesn't flick the tips of the trees. Tidy. This little tag in the bottom of the grip keeps falling out. It just tells me what shaft it is. If I leave that on the side, I'll probably forget to put it back in, but tiny bit thin, 1 groove low. First one that's dropped short of the green. And back to the X. Oh, there's a groove low, there's 2 grooves low. Dropped short of the green. There'll be a couple of shots to take out because the strike isn't the golf ball's fault, it's my fault. And there is human variance. That's more like it. And drop and stop. Oh, I literally can't wait for my new wedges. There's a type of grip that I've got on the new wedges that is really, really nice, and I can't wait to show everyone. Right, so that's 16 shots, 8 apiece. One thing I do like to do is to get golf balls fresh out the sleeve. Make sure you haven't eaten anything greasy. Put them in your hand straight out the box. Rub that cover together to see how grippy it is. Now they're not majorly grippy, there's a bit of slide to them. That is the Xtreme Tour. There we go, Xtreme Tour X. Now the better the urethane is, the more grip you're going to get. That's probably slightly more slidey in the X. Okay, so not majorly impressive. When 2 golf balls rub together and they stick really well, you know that friction's going to be going onto your club face, so you're going to get more spin from that. But it can lead to wear and tear being a little bit stronger. Now, one criticism I had of the first generation of PXG Xtreme golf balls was that they chewed up really quick. They really did get eaten into. The wedges really did dig into that outer cover. So they may well have made that a little bit more durable, which then just compromises that grip there, but you can't win on both fronts. All right, let's have a look at the numbers. So, human variance, I had 2 shots there that I struck particularly poorly. They carried much less, not very fair. We've got a 109 there, 104 there. Let's get rid of that one because it struck particularly poorly again. Ball speed below 90 on that one shot. Ball speed below 90 on both of these shots. So that is down to my strike. So without those shots in there, peak height in the Xtreme golf ball, 93 feet. And then if we scroll down, we get 95 feet in the Xtreme Tour X. 2 feet isn't anything to worry about. They're not massively different with a wedge. I mean, offline is down to me, but I'm 0.2 yards right, not 2.2 yards left. Side spin is going to be down to me, but it's not too far apart again. Compare. No, maybe slightly faster on the PXG Xtreme X. Backspin, we'll go back to that one. I don't know why it does that. Launch angle, basically the same. Carry, basically the same. 1 yard in it. Variance 2, variance 2. Dispersion rings, only slightly bigger on the Xtreme Tour X, but again, I'll put that down to me. They are looking very, very similar. Spin is PXG Xtreme 10,634 on average. 10,739 on average with the PXG Xtreme Tour X. So with a wedge on those golf balls, I'm not seeing a massive difference. I'm not seeing a reason to have 2 different models. However, I will have a look at the irons and the driver to see if they start separating in data, so if they start behaving differently at the other ends of the golf bag. As for now, the wedges are very similar. Tour X just feels a little bit harder, so stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see those future videos, I'm going to run through a little series like I said before, and I'll see you on the next one.